Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So let's get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let's talk about Joe. Joe is out here, and we got Cyn Santana. What is going on? We find out that Cyn Santana unfollowed Joe on IG, and she removed all his pictures. What's up with that? We know what that means today. Today, that means that we ain't talking. We broke up. We ain't even staying in the same place no more. That's what that means. That's the, new age breakup today. And then on top of that, we have Joe on his Instagram. He unfollowed Cyn on top of that, and he removed all pictures of her too as well. So he removed all the pictures of her. I was like, damn, what is going on? Like, it looked like you guys were getting it together. You proposed to her, Joe. What happened, Joe? Are you backing out? Are you getting cold feet? What is going on with this situation? Does Mena has anything to do with this situation? Because we know a couple of months ago, Mena, you know what I mean? She tweeted out there that Joe brought another woman to her and Safari's house, and Joe was not concerned about where Cyn was, about Cyn's safety. So, Mena was alluding that Joe was out here cheating on Cyn. And we already know, if you watch Love and Hip Hop New York the last season, Joe didn't even want to sleep. He didn't even want to touch. He didn't want to feel. He didn't want to caress. He didn't want to hold hands. He didn't want to do nothing with Cyn. And Cyn was feeling a certain type of way. She was going through postpartum depression. She was depressed. She actually got a chance to deal with her childhood trauma when she was actually molested by one of her babysitters, and she finally told the world and everything like that, and she told her mother. So it was just like, oh shit, she's going through a lot. So I wonder, does that make any sense why Cyn actually got with Mena? Because she was an older woman, and an older woman molests Cyn Santana. So I don't know what's going on with that situation, but that's for another day, baby. So getting back to Joe and Cyn, like, Joe did not want to touch her, and she was crying. She was trying to prepare romantic dates and dinners and try to go all types of places with Joe, and Joe wasn't hearing it. He just wanted to go to work and come home and be with his baby, be with his, newborn son or whatever, because he was busy. He works his podcast. He does that 3 days a week now. Then he works for Revolt, and then he has the State of the Culture, and then he does all types of other stuff. He does the pull up too as well. So, and then he does live chats on YouTube too as well. So Joe is about that bag. He's about that money, and Joe hasn't been this hot. Joe has been so hot since the complex, leaving the complex and getting all these deals and offers, that right now Joe knows you have to strike while it's hot. And Cyn Santana just wanted Joe to be at home to chill with her and hang out with her and the baby, because she had nothing to do. She has so much time on her hands. She doesn't have a career. She doesn't have any goals. She doesn't have any aspirations. But now we find out she does have an aspiration, and that is singing. So she wants to sing, and she wants Joe to promote her career. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And it also seemed like Joe wanted more intimate conversations, more intellectual conversations. He wants someone to play with his mind, basically, verbally, mentally, in the conversation, and he wasn't getting that from Cyn Santana, because she was arguing. She was just wild out. She was wilding, and she wants to be married to Joe, but she can't have a conversation with him because she feels that he don't understand her. She feels that he's not listening. She feels that he's over talking her, double talking her, and he's actually not getting a point, and she doesn't feel like she can communicate with him, because she feels like Joe is more intellectual than she is. So communication is key in a relationship. And if you watch the season of Love and Hip Hop New York, there was not a lot of communication, and when it was, Joe had to dumb down himself to have the conversation. But Joe, being an older man and she being a young woman, he should understand she's still young, she's still learning, she's still trying. This is her first child. She don't know what to do. She doesn't really know how to be a wife or be a girlfriend. She doesn't know the things that Joe wants her to know, as far as like when they went to Costa Rica, and Cyn was out there at the bar partying, and she was talking to other men, and she was around the pool, and I believe she had on her bathing suit. Then her and Joe got into a big argument then, because he was like, yo, she's too friendly, she flirts too much, she's so talkative. And when he wants to just be on the low and just watch the room and see who's coming in and see who's around, she wants to have a festive time, she wants to twerk. And Joe don't understand that, because he was like, yo, we gotta watch our back, we're celebrities, like, we got to stay up on it. We could be under attack at any time. You know, like, you got to be careful because people are filming, people come up with stories because he's used to, you know, people photographing him and actually reporting stories on him. So he doesn't want Cyn to give, you know, reporters or bloggers any information to use, or to give Love and Hip Hop New York any information to use against him and them and their relationship. So Cyn didn't understand that. She was just like, yo, I'm just trying to chill. I'm just trying to have a good time. Cyn is like, yo, there's security here. We're filming. We working. Let me twerk. I just want to twerk. I just want to have fun. I just want to get in the hot tub. And Joe is not feeling that. So it seems like Joe wants a 90 type of girl with a conscious mind, but she got to be, you know, 21 to 22. So it seems like, Joe, if you want a real serious relationship and someone on the same playing field as you, you're going to have to up the age. You're going to have to date somebody that's a little bit older and got a lot of things under their belt other than reality TV and dating reality TV stars. And, you know, Joe was also had Game and Whack 100 coming at him because of Cyn Santana. Basically, it wasn't Cyn's fault, but they're saying that she's a pass around, that she's an industry girl, basically saying that Cyn be out here in these streets. And Joe was like, you know what, I ain't even gonna sweat that. I ain't even gonna sweat that, baby. And then on top of that, you had Joe trying to calm down the rumors of Cyn being racist towards black women because she was on lip service, I believe, with Angela Yee, and she said some disparaging things about black women, about African American women, about indigenous women. So he was trying to clean that shit up too as well. So I don't know what's going on with this situation, but it seems like Joe needs to have a little bit more patience. He needs some patience because he chose a young woman that doesn't really have that much experience. So he's going to have to be the teacher, and I don't think Joe is ready to teach, and I don't think Joe wants to teach anymore. Maybe a few years ago he'd have been able to teach, but right now he's so busy and he's so preoccupied with his career and making sure he strikes while the iron's hot. And Cyn, on the other hand, she's just sitting here wanting to be next to Joe and wanting Joe to be home, and that's understandable. But if she had her own business, it'll be a different story. If she was really, you know, striving to be a singer, she'll be singing, she'll be doing more than what she's doing. But she's living a good life. She's living a kept life. She's living in a mansion. She got cook, she got maid, she got nanny, she got all the good stuff. But she's still lonely because Joe's busy. So she has to come up with a plan that she wants to do. She can start a daycare if she wants to. You know, she can put out, you know, baby food or any kind of stuff that she can do to just occupy her time. She can go back to school if she wants to, but she's already a millionaire. So why go back to school if you already got the millions? Because a lot of people go to school to get money. You know, they go to school so they can make money in the future. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with this situation. But I don't know if I believe that is real. I believe that they might had a big argument, and that's what the blogs are saying, that they had a big fight and it had a big blow up, and then before you know it, they started to unfollow each other. So we'll see what happens with this situation. We'll see if Erica Mena got something to do with this. You know, Erica Mena sprinkling salt around. So we'll find out. But I think Joe truly does love Cyn because he changed his life around. He did a lot of things differently with her, but he's also older too as well. He's also more mature, but he presented Cyn to the world as somebody respectful, his girl and the mother of his child, and someone he wants to marry and someone that he is engaged to. Also on Cyn's Instagram, there is a picture of her posing, but you can't see her fingers or her hands that clearly, but the blogs are running with it and saying that, oh, she took off her engagement ring. I couldn't really tell because, you know, around her hands, her fingers, you know, there was a shadow. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think about this situation? Is it reality TV?